Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to the Waking Up America with the Conservative Viewpoint. I'm Charlie, your host, the Country Conservative. Well, it's Monday, everyone. It is July 22nd, 2024. Wow, how time flies, right? But we've got, wow, it was everywhere yesterday. Joe Biden dropping his bid for re-election. Well, this has been a long time coming. We knew it was going to happen. But yesterday, when I was setting up my show for the Conservative Viewpoint tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, if you can make it, please join me. But I was setting it up, and it takes me like 3 or 4 hours to set up a show every day. And I get done with it, and I said, okay, well, I'm done. And next thing I know, and I mean, I make an ad for today too that I would put out in the morning, and everything. I dictate the whole show. I pretty much go through a whole show before I do the show. So I did that and finished all this, and my show consisted of first article was Biden campaign, White House deny reports Biden discussing family with exit plan of the 2024 race. What else do we have here? Then the next one, Biden family members talking about exit plan. Then Obama puts his 2 words in and says that Joe Biden needs to drop out. Well, those were my 3 ones. Well, that ruined my whole plan. So now I have to go through and I have to make more ads and everything this morning after we're done here, because this was about him going to drop out, not that he had already dropped out, as you all have seen. And that's one thing we're going to be going over tonight. But now I have a lot more work to do. I was so glad and happy that I was ahead and wouldn't have to do anything after I got done here except just upload the ad and be done with it. Well, that didn't happen. So now that we all know that Joe Biden has finally woke up, but I don't know if it's even about waking up, because according to Yahoo News this morning, I just saw this just came up, that they're saying inside Biden's historic decision to drop out of the race. When he gave his staff no notice whatsoever, none. And they're like, that's a part of this is going on. Let me set the rest of this up. I've got one more here to set up here. Hey, Pat, good morning. Hope you had a good weekend. They sit there and they say, surrounded by a handful of trusted advisors, the First Lady, Jill Biden, is the cause behind all this, him being in the first place. And that their vacation home in Delaware, he reflected on his political career, failed political career, that spanned more than a half a century of corruption, and began to conclude that it would reach its end earlier than planned, according to people familiar with this decision. But he said, isolated, frustrated, and angry, he felt betrayed by his allies who turned on him in his hour of need. He's demented fool. He should not even be. He's got a medical condition. He should be in a rest home, not in a White House, which, well, now the White House is a rest home. And he's really, and this is his words, really pissed off, said a person in touch with Biden's inner circle. And the inner circle is like small. You're talking Obama, Pelosi, Hillary Clinton, them kind of ones. So we're not the only ones that get lied to by Joe Biden and the Democrats. Their own people get lied to. And I'm going to prove it to you here right now, but there's a whole article on this of lies. He's angry because he's got dementia or he's got Parkinson's, one or the other, or both. And he should not be where he's at. But the big question is, why? Daniel, good morning. Why is he dropping out? There's no answer to that question. And that is a very important question, because when they answer that question of why, is it going to be for medical reasons, or they're going to use this line of bull crap and he felt betrayed because they turned on him? Look at him. He is a medical mess. You can't blame him. It's not funny, but he had a brain aneurysm or 2 brain aneurysms, and you got to expect it to happen. But do not push somebody that old, that messed up, into staying in a position like this where he has to protect our country. And this just didn't start at the debate. This has been going on for years. He's progressively gotten worse, faster than expected. And he should not be where he's at. He should not have any responsibility whatsoever. And Jill Biden kept doing it, because now what's going to happen? She's going to have to take care of him herself. And I don't believe she wants to do it. She likes the power and the money too much. But I'll bet you any money that he's cutting deals with everyone, that Hunter Biden and his family get off scot-free out of all their corruption and crimes that they've committed. They are the Biden crime syndicate family. No, hands down. They've got the proof. Just our Republicans aren't doing the job right now. And that's what we've got to do. But I've got in front of me the letter that he wrote bailing out of this race. Now, I'm going to put it up on the screen here, and I'm going to read it to you in case you can't read it. But this is a letter of continuous lies that won't stop, even though he's dropped out of the race. Why should it? He's been lying for 50 plus years since being in the government. He's been lying before that when he was in college, plagiarizing his papers and everything, plagiarizing as a senator. Why should the lies stop now? He's been lying every day. You hear the lies. You hear the lies from Gay JP, the worst press secretary in the world, DEI hire. And we'll talk more after this. So I want you to look at this while I read this out to you. And you'll notice the lies, but I'm going to tell you the lies. So watch this. Over the past 3.5 years, we've made great progress as a nation. Okay. Today, America has the strongest economy in the world. Yeah, right. Okay, lie. We've made historic investments in rebuilding our nation. No. They've made raising the deficit. Lowering the prescription costs for seniors and expanding affordable health care to a record number of Americans. Well, the drug part cost, no. He put them up for price negotiation. Did not lower the prices. That's up to the pharmaceutical companies. He can't tell them what to charge. And affordable care to record number of Americans? No. Illegal criminals that's crossed our border since he took over. We've provided critically needed care to millions of veterans exposed to toxic substances, but did nothing for our veterans living on the street, except give illegals high-rise hotels to live in. Passed the first gun safety measure in over 30 years. Okay, but didn't take the illegal guns off the street. Appointed the first African-American woman to the Supreme Court that was way underqualified to hold that position, and passed the most significant climate legislation in history. And I guess I ran out of time. I should have made it longer. And America had never been better positioned to lead the world we are today. We are a laughing stock on the world stage. And I know none of this could have been done without you, the American people. Together, we overcame the century pandemic, the worst economic crisis in the Great Depression. That's not even true either, and we still haven't come out of that. We've protected and preserved democracy. No, you haven't. And revitalized and strengthened our alliances around the world. Another joke. He thinks giving him money does that. It does not. And in the greatest honor of my life serving as president, and while it has been my intention to seek re-election, I believe it's in the best interest of my party and the country for me to stand down and fully focus on the president and the remainder of my time. I will speak to the nation later in details for my decision. For now, I'm expressing my deepest gratitude all those who have worked hard to see me reelected, and I want to thank Kamala Harris for being an extraordinary partner in all this work, and let me express my heartfelt appreciation to the American people and faith and trust in me. We have no faith. We have no trust in this man. So the lies just continue, and it doesn't stop. So again, the question is, why? And I cannot find an answer anywhere. Are they going to give us a real answer? Because if he says he's medically not able to do it, which we all know he isn't, he needs to be taken out of presidency. But that leaves us Kamala Harris. Wow. Now, that is something else yet. So, because she says she's ready, and I was on Yahoo and I lost it right before we came on. She's ready to step up and take presidency. Well, she hasn't done it since she's been in. She's a co-conspirator in the destruction of our country. She is the border czar. And what has she done? Nothing. She went to a part of the border that was not active, did not have anybody coming through. And so she said, I've been to the border. Yeah, right. Okay. You're not been to the border if you haven't seen the people coming across. And they're criminals, and they're not vetting them. So this is the kind of stuff that we go over on my weeknight podcast, The Conservative Viewpoint, at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I do these morning ones for almost a lot of the people that are working or different time zones. Mostly, we have a lot that stay up at night and watch my show in the mornings. I'm not taking credit for any of that. Okay. So this is just things that, we're going to go over tonight. If you can make it, stop by. Join us in chat. We have a great bunch of people in Wimpkin. If you haven't never heard of it, WIMKIN. Download the app. It's great. It's just like Facebook and stuff, but you don't get censored there. There's no fighting. There's no calling of names, nothing. We all get in there. We get to, your voice is heard. And I put your comments out here on screen. StreamYard still got a little bit of connecting to do so I can get all the comments on. Some of the comments I can post on the screen, some of them I can't. So I wish they get to it and I can do that for everyone's. But we make sure that your voice gets out there to people. That's why I ask you to share my videos with friends, family, even the liberals. They're the ones that really need to wake up to see the truth. I've been telling them for months now that Joe Biden will not be the nominee. You can go back through my videos and see that. I've been saying that forever. Hey, morning, Dennis. The progressives' idea of progress is exactly what Obama said. Fundamentally changing America. Yep, into a third world nation. Welcome to serfdom. You'll own nothing and be mindlessly happy. This is the kind of stuff that we talk about at night with these guys, these great guys from Wimpkin. If you don't have it, download it. Check it out. You can check it out. My other stuff on Rumble and Twitter. They're all under Country Conservative. And Facebook under Charlie Brown. Yep, that's right. That's what it is. Then you want to check them out. And give me a like, thumbs up, all that stuff, because it helps my channel grow. It helps us get the truth out to people, because that's what we're here for. To get the truth out, to wake people up, to see this kind of stuff. But knowing now that he lied, he gave his people no notice whatsoever that he was dropping out. Or Jill Biden didn't let him know. That is the bigger problem, because she thinks she can sit there and run everything with Obama and Hillary. And don't think this is over. This is not far from over, because Biden did endorse Kamala Harris. Well, about as smart as this piece of paper right here. And if she could step up to be a president, she would have already done it. She has shown nothing whatsoever. So don't get it wrong, but the Democrat National Convention does not have to give her the nominee. Now, Will Hillary Clinton bow into the race? I don't think she's going to take a backseat to Kamala Harris. And the only way they can get the money from Biden is Kamala Harris has to be on the ticket. Will Hillary Clinton take a backseat to Kamala? Ain't no way. Hillary Clinton wants this presidency. And so they've got something up their sleeves, and this is what we have to try to figure out what it's going to be. And with your help, we can do this. We can get and find out what's going to happen, because there's so much different news going out there, and we're going to hear so much. And I can't wait till, and that's really hard for me to say, till Biden comes on and addresses the people, the nation, if he even does it. Maybe they're going to do it secretly, or maybe they're going to do it only partly. They're not going to come out like a presidential address to announce why he dropped out. That's the biggest question right now, because they have to come up with a reason not to either invoke the 25th on him or him to drop out as president now and not finish out. What do we got left? This is almost August, September, October, November, December, January. We have almost 6 months left until the next president is brought in. So what is going to be the excuse? Can any of you think about it? But if you can think of something and you want to, email me at conservativeviewpoint@yahoo.com. Email me and I will mention it on the show, either at night or in the mornings. And we've got to figure it out, because they are up to something. Something sneaky is going to happen. And this is what the Democrats are good for, running sneaky. But you got to wake up, because I told you, and I hate to say that, but no, I don't, because the liberals sit there and they run their mouths constantly about how great Joe Biden is, whatever you want to call it, but can never answer the question, what has he done good for this country? I haven't found anything yet. I've never gotten an answer from people. They just want to sit there and start calling you names and everything like that. And then now I have to restrain myself from calling names back to stand up for myself, because I don't want to get suspended from social media site. Then I can't stream anything. And it just really irks me not be able to defend myself when these idiots start saying this kind of stuff. And they still do it even after he dropped out. They're still defending him. These people, I don't know what it is about that, but they cannot wake themselves up. Right, Daniel? There's still going to be an October surprise, and we've been saying that for a while. Dan Bongino said that there's going to be an October surprise, and we've got to do. Something's going to come up. Something still is going to come up. If it's not another COVID, another war, something. If they're paying Antifa and Black Lives Matter to riot again, something's going to come up. So, because I don't know anyone, and let me know if you guys think you have someone that could come in here and give Trump a challenge. That's what I need to know. You can email me it. You can go and chat on on Rumble or any of them, because I don't even know if I can get Twitter up anymore, because I've been having trouble with it. See if it comes up. Nope. I didn't get it to come up either. So looks like Jill Biden got the money that she wanted. That's what she was waiting for, to take Joe out of the race, waiting for. Yeah, you can bet your booty that it was more than Chinese CCP were giving him to be their Manchurian president. Exactly right, Dennis. Because she loved the money, because they know once they made this announcement, all that money that they've been receiving from these governments, foreign governments, that's going to end. So how can you afford all these mansions and cars and everything on a president's or senator's salary? You can't. So explain that where they got all that money to pay cash on one of them, $2.5 million. They paid it off in cash. Where do you come up with that kind of money? Oh, yeah, he got a book deal. He got $8 million for it. And then he had steal classified documents from the White House when he was senator and vice president that he had no classification to be having those documents. But because he's a feeble old man with poor memory, they did not charge him with it. Not that he cleared him of the crime, just because they didn't feel that a jury would convict him because of being a feeble old man. This is the kind of stuff that we go over tonight. And don't forget to join me if you can tonight at 9 on the Conservative Viewpoint. Eastern Standard Time for some people that aren't in the same. And we have a lot. We have people in Alaska, England, all over the place that join us. Great people. Dennis says, I'm sticking with Kamala, Josh Shapiro, and maybe cackling Kamala might just accidentally slip on a banana peel and Shapiro, the globalist, would take over. Yeah, you guys do not want the governor of Pennsylvania. We are the worst state, especially for gas taxes and stuff. And he would not, oh my, no. These people were stupid. He's not a good governor. And he's ruined, not as bad as Governor Wolf was when he was a governor of Pennsylvania. But he's ranking up there close to him. But we got some sneaky stuff going on, everyone. And if you have any clue of what's going on, let me know. Because every state has different news cycles, different what they say, unless it's written by the government and they send them to these news people. And then they branch it out everywhere, you know, for all the news media, fake news media to put out for them. Because I'm sticking with the biggest question. Why? Why is he dropping out? And that is a question that needs to be answered, because if he's like I said earlier, if he's dropping out for that reason, he needs to go completely. But I sure don't want Kamala Harris in there. And this is some of the stuff that we're going to be going over, and especially why he's dropping out of the race. That'll be a big thing on tonight's show, guys. So, Alfred, how you doing, Alfred? Heading to work probably, are you? Thanks for stopping by, though. I appreciate it. So, a couple of other things I'll go over real quick for you, so I won't keep you guys from getting to work or something. But they said Kamala Harris is a co-conspirator in Biden's plot to destroy America, which, of course, she's the second person in charge up there, so she's going to be a co-conspirator, which we'll go in more into depth on that. Democrat insiders say Biden crisis response almost as bad as debate. Well, his whole installed presidency has been bad. This is no different. So, what else we got? VP Harris tries calming jittery Democrat donors and says, we're going to win. Well, she's so confident about that. What's up with that? There's more stuff that we're going to be going over tonight. What else we got? Oh, yeah. This is a good one. The DNC Rules Committee outlines new voting process. Will move to virtual roll call to nominate Joe Biden in order to prevent embarrassing public display. Okay, they were going to nominate him just to save embarrassment. So you would put a demented old fool into the White House again, just because you wouldn't want to be embarrassed. What, does that sound familiar? Does that not sound like January 6th, the Democrat-run plan at the White House? When Nancy Pelosi says she didn't want the National Guard there because of optics, because it would look bad. So they didn't protect the Capitol because of the way it would look with the National Guard there. Now we're going to do something like this with embarrassing people. Oh, my goodness. Okay, here we go. Moving on. And the director of the Secret Service is supposed to answer questions in front of the House. We'll see about that. It's supposed to be today, I think. So we'll see if it happened there. House Speaker calls for Secret Service Director to resign. Is it going to happen? Who knows? With this, you never know. Now we got Josh Hawley, Senator Josh Hawley, talking about details of Trump's security team, which we'll go over tonight. And what else we got here? We going over, oh yeah, the Trump shooter posted a really disturbing post right before all this happened. And I'll read to you what he said tonight at 9. And the last thing, if I get to them all, because I've got, like I said, I love a lot of videos and everything to show you, but Anthony Fauci's trying to make the news again, and you want to hear this. And I will hit this no matter what. I'll put this last. So you will want to. I don't know. Hear the sound in my voice here. Oh, this idiot. Commercials. But you will want to hear what he has to say. The liar himself wants to get involved where he doesn't belong anymore, since he's been done lying to us for so long. But the main topic of the election needs to be the genocide jab. Oh yeah, Alfred, we've done a few of those. Oh, he's at work. Okay. That's great, Alfred. I'm glad you stopped by even though you were at work. Dennis Shapiro is the worst. He's worse than Wolf. He's just hanging back like a cobra, waiting in his opportunity to strike. These guys are the ones that come on tonight with us at 9 o'clock, and we really get into depth in this stuff. And we do a lot of different stuff that we get on to, and we will tonight. If you guys want to join us and check it out, check it out. And Daniel says Kamala needs to answer for her cover-up Joe's dementia. Exactly right. And Biden's and the border problem. The only thing that matters is the election and Epstein's list. That's right, because we got a majority of these people in government are on Epstein's list. That's another thing we can get into, too. We need to do a show on that if we can get all the information. But I don't think we ever will. That's going to be tucked into one of those secret presidential books. January 6th was a setup, which we all know. And Alfred said that. Dennis says the MSM is avoiding the question like a plague that cover up Joe's dementia for almost 5 years. All the lame news media have been covering up Biden's dementia, Parkinson's, whatever it is he has. And we know he has an issue. I dealt with patients when I was running an ambulance back in the day, and we know what it is. If you've ever had a family member that has it, you know he's got something wrong with him. They just will not tell you. And this is why he should not be in as president. Everything that we go over this morning, we get really into depth. Right now, I had to wipe out 3 of my videos, which I had 7. And I will get some more on the rest of these topics. I added the three other ones this morning with the DNC chair offers firm commitment to nominating candidate at convention. What and who that candidate's going to be? That's another question. They don't have to give it to Kamala if they don't want to. But are they? Probably. What else we got here? Harris says she intends to earn and win the nomination. That's another one I put up this morning. And then the bombshell, a plot twist that rolls Trump too. You got to tune in tonight, 9 p.m. to check it out. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in tonight or this morning. But tune in tonight. I got to drink this. But tune in tonight for the Conservative Viewpoint, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Well, we'll get into depth on all these topics. And you never know, we might get into more. We do a disaster factor tip of the day with help of one of my local faithful listeners, Dennis. We put on a disaster factor tip of the day. Usually he gives one in chat and I read out, and then I'll put one out for him. We're trying to get something together for, this is for storms and everything, and anytime the power outages, stuff like that, even a nuclear war. If something happens, are you prepared for that to happen? And that's why we're giving you these tips to help you make sure that you're able to survive if something happens. We get into all kinds of stuff. So please join us tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and join us in chat. You'll have a blast. Like I said, join me with some Wimkin, Wimkin, and sign up. Get us in chat. Everybody's like family there. Nobody gets rowdy, calling people names. Everybody's opinion matters to us here on the Conservative Viewpoint, because we believe the truth always matters. You never know what's going to happen. Sometimes we get guests and speakers and stuff in, and you never know what's going to happen. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for tuning in this morning. And please, again, join us tonight at 9. And I hope you guys have a great day. See you tonight.